I'm going to do just a little bit of sharing for a minute.
All right.
As soon as I see it's on here.
There we are.
I had, oh, there it is. I was going to say, I had a list of groups to share it to because I tend to forget when I get on here where I was even going to share it.
Good morning, Mort. So we have nobody. Nobody's interested this morning.
They'll be here.
Yep. Well, before we do, we'll just say good morning, everybody.
Yes, good morning. In the meantime, I'm just going to share again for a minute.
You're just going to share for a minute?
Well, however long it takes. If I can figure it out, I'm struggling with it today. Okay, one more.
One more. We're just going to wait and wait for people to show up, and then we'll get started.
Hi, Courtney. Here they come. There's Kathy. There's Tony.
Morning, everybody. Hey, Jane. So we give it a few minutes here, and we'll talk about fear, and then anything. If you all have anything that you want to chat about, let us know. But fear, that F word, the other F word. Morning, Crystal. How's the motorcycle? Pretty damn good. I'll be getting a lot of use at it out of it beginning next week.
That's interesting. She would put that on there. I was thinking about you and a motorcycle before we hopped on here today, Michael, and I kept thinking about your brother. Did he ride a motorcycle also?
They had dirt bikes.
They had dirt bikes?
Because they lived in the woods.
So. Okay. I don't know. For some reason, that just kept coming to me this morning. Somebody, and what they said was, hang on just a second. There was an incident with those bikes.
Oh, I'm sure there was.
There was an incident with those bikes that I was hearing. So
I thought you were going to tell me, you shouldn't ride your bike. It's dangerous. I'd be like, oh, well, got to go somehow.
I'm just telling you that there was an incident with those bikes. That's what I saw this morning.
There always was. Always was. So good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Bethany. Hi, Dawn. Good morning, Joanna.
I was going to say happy Wednesday, but it's only Tuesday.
Only Tuesday.
Tomorrow's Wednesday, and I'm off tomorrow. So I got 2 days. Well, I work tonight, then I'm off Wednesday, then 2 day shifts, then I'm done.
So close.
So close, yet so far. And it's nice and windy today, so hopefully there's not a lot of flying and no shenanigans.
Only having a couple of days left, which brings us to our topic we were going to talk about, right?
Fear. Fear and ego. It's a mother trucker. Yeah, over the last 2 weeks, it's been just a freaking roller coaster of just ups and downs. And, I've come close like twice going to my boss and saying, pull that fucking letter of resignation. I've made a horrible mistake. And then, I don't know. I just get this feeling that like it's meant to be. It's supposed to happen this way, and this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's not just wishful thinking. It's like I just put that feeling in my gut and think about it, and I just feel that. And then I begin to think about my backup plan, in the fall if things for some reason didn't work out. But then again, when I feel into that, I just keep feeling that I won't need it, that things are going to be bigger, better, than I even imagined. So it's like that struggle of holding on, trying to control something, and just completely letting go. And you know, people that have been through it, it's like I give them all the credit in the world because it's pretty scary stuff. But I did this 3 years ago too, and that time, I know I wasn't ready. I was just tired of work, and I just quit. And I didn't really have much prepared, but I did it anyway. This time, it feels a lot different. Like things are more, I'm
There's
more
something
prepared.
there's something about that, and I think that you and I maybe talked about that one time before. The feeling of just knowing
Yeah,
what we always hear, and I say it to people like you will just know. And you have to hit that point to understand what that means, right? Because it's such a different level of knowing. I mean, it's so that's probably where you're at right now.
and that's where it came to when I decided to quit. And I've talked about this before, but we're fortunate that most of our circle is other mediums and psychics. So everybody I talked to, they just saw it coming. They saw it coming, and they kept saying, "You'll know, you'll know, you'll feel it, you'll know." And again, me and my sarcastic self are just like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I've heard this before. Sure, I'll feel it," And then when it actually did happen, it was weird because it did. It was like it hit me all at once, and I actually felt it. And I'll reiterate, not one of my friends, anybody that I open or talk to quite often, ever said you need to do it this month, or spirit never said you need to do it now. It was always that it's your decision still. The closest I can relate it is the timing is coming. It's the time is coming. But they never would tell me, and that's not their job, again, to tell you what to do. It's still, it was still my decision to make. And even though I made the decision, it's still you struggle with that ego and fear of going back and forth.
Right.
The constant thought of what the hell are you doing? Who in their right mind gives up a stable career to go in the complete, unknown?
Unknown
Because it
territory.
is, yeah, I'm gonna go talk to dead people for a living. That's a great idea.
Well, I told you I was filling out some papers the other day, right?
Yeah.
Some forms, and there was not a box for me to check for what I did. And so we were giggling about that. I said, it didn't say psychic medium. So then it had, if you chose other, then I had to go into this box, right? And write other. And I was just like, what do I even put here?
On my license, I just grabbed the crayon and wrote "talk to dead people." They approved it right away.
That works.
And then they put me on their list to keep an eye on.
So I see a comment on here. Kay says, fear. Yeah, I knew I needed to be here today. Kay, when I read that comment and I kind of like it kind of jumped out at me and I feel into it, I feel a lot of change is happening for you as well. And Michael was just talking about that. Fear of the unknown, but I also feel there are some emotional things that's making this change extra difficult. I'm also feeling in the moment that there's a lot coming at you from different directions. I feel like some of this is coming from people. There's a lot of input on what you should do, and some of it is conflicting. That's what I'm feeling in the moment for you, which is just creating a fear. Can you tell me if that resonates with you? I just feel like I need to tell you, I'm seeing this writing for you. And Mike and I talked a little bit about automatic writing a couple of weeks ago. I feel like automatic writing is something that you need to do. Sit down with a pen and a paper and write that shit out, because the answers will come to you. And we were just talking about that knowing, right? That knowing what is right. That is going to come to you as well. But I really feel like you need to be writing. Sometimes with all of this that I feel coming at you from all of these different directions, it's a lot for us just to process. And so write it down, prioritize it is what I'm hearing for you. And those answers are going to come for you. I hope that makes sense for you. And I hope that helps. One more thing. I keep being drawn to my daughter's birthday, which is interesting, because A lot of times that's how spirit will show us things. So I'm just going to throw out this date is June 29. And let me know if that means anything to you.
Good morning, Hannah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to talk. Yesterday, we went out to eat for lunch, and after I got done, I had a few hours to kill before I went into work. So I stopped by the center, where I'm going to eventually have my office. So Hannah works there, and I walk in, and I don't know, it was something about the restaurant yesterday. I was just, as soon as I walked in this place, I just felt like agitated, like I wanted to just punch somebody in the throat. That's really spiritual. But it was just like instant agitation, and I couldn't figure out why. And then I left. So I walk in there, and both her and Shania that were there, they said as soon as I walked through the door, they just felt like maybe like they needed to run and hide because my energy was just like.
Okay.
So,
Just really quick, we have a Jasmine on there we need to get rid of.
Okay. So after a few minutes, she's like, here, you need this. So she takes this tiger's eye. She's like, here, take this. You need this. I'm like, damn, is it that bad? I was waiting for her to like throw it at me. Take this and leave.
Okay, Kate. Oh, okay. So here's what I'm feeling around that. Now is actually this is part of why this is hitting you so hard, right? Because this is the anniversary of his death is June 29. I do feel like you're kind of pressed for time, but I also just want to say, if you can sit in a space for just a little while, if you can just write it out for like a couple of weeks before making any major decisions, I feel like that's just coming to me for you. Get through this time, okay? And again, writing. If you have to start writing, that's fine, but I feel like it's just really important. So your husband was very organized, like I can see, and he was writing all of the time. He also made very, very big decisions, but he never made a rash decision. It's like he would sit on it and think, he was very analytical about things. And so this writing, I feel, is connected to him. And so when you sit down to write, he's going to guide you. He's going to guide you, and he's going to let you see things from another perspective that's going to help you make those decisions. I do feel like it's important to tell you to maybe wait a couple of weeks before you do that, even though you're pressed for time, because right now I'm seeing a lot of emotional turmoil around this day. I also feel there's something to honor him on this day and know that he recognizes that. And that he will be there in spirit. Okay? And I'm going to leave that with you. Oh, you both wrote in high school. Okay. Hi, Miranda.
Comments are flying by this morning.
Okay. You're welcome. If a person lost something, what does that say? If a person lost something that belonged to you before they passed, would they be able to tell you where it is in spirit?
They may be able to tell us, but it's a matter of them getting us to understand what they're trying to tell us.
Yeah, there have been a couple of times that I've seen some things like that. But yeah, again, it's like our interpretation of it. So sometimes it's not just direct, it's right here in this spot, but I get it a little bit more broad.
And something like that too, again, mediumship, psychic ability, and talking to a human is two different things. So when you ask a question like that, we have to put our rational mind aside, because our mind is going to try to create something. So right away, when you ask that, my mind's like scrambling to make something. Like right away, I say, like I'm drawn to a bedroom and I see a dresser and I see something behind the dresser. But that's not coming from spirit. It's like my mind just created that. Now, if it ends up being there, well, then I'll take full credit for it being spirit. But hey.
Hello, Bethany.
Hello, Ronnie. Good morning. All right.
Boy, there's so much energy today.
I'm kind of scrambling.
Are you feeling it? So am I. So I'm trying to.
I'm trying to focus, and I'm like, I can't. Why?
Okay, it's not just me.
No, it's. I felt it before. I was kind of just walking aimlessly around the house and couldn't figure out why.
Right? Waiting.
Yeah, I didn't send out any friend requests, so it's people should know by now that any offers for a free reading or friend request, if I'm already like on your friends list, I'm not sending you a friend request. So yeah, just ignore them, because I am not going to take the time to respond to everybody again, because that's just maddening.
Right? Yeah.
Just ignore it. All right. So let's see. I have these tea leaves. I think I talked about. Yeah, I did post about them. So they're pretty interesting. I want to try to use these this morning just to see what happens. So there's a couple different ways that I can go about it. So with them, they have these categories like the astral house. So it's like you can choose a career, category, success, wealth, happiness, marriage, love, or month of the year. So for instance, if you want to know what's coming up for you in July, I take the little July placer and I put it down, and then I kind of scramble the tea leaves and see what comes up. So this would be completely like experimentation, if that's even. Don't pay attention to my grammar, because I have none.
Okay, that's funny, because I brought my experimentation cards today too, talking about that.
So maybe I'll start with that. So what you can do, if y'all want to, you can either put a month that you're curious about, or like I said, a category. Happiness, wealth, marriage, if that's what you really want to do, success, love, and career. Janita, pull me a card, and I will consider not getting. No, send me the damn wig. Now I'm not going to give you a reading, because that's the option. I've been wanting a wig, because I see. I mean, most of the people I communicate with are women, and they have all these girly things where they get together and have these retreats, and I'm always left by myself. So I'm like, I got to get a wig and join some of these. I feel so alone. You know what, Janita? I'm going to pull you a card. So, Janita, do you want a month, or do you want a category? Like Lori. Lori has her women's retreat. There we go again, every summer. I was going to tell you, Janita, I need to update my photo shoot. We can do some of those. I don't know, she had me doing weird shit the last time, and I didn't realize she was doing it. And then I know she's sending me all these pictures and posting them. I'm like, no.
See Michael doing a glamour shot.
That's kind of what it was.
With your cat.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring my cat. We'll do glamour shots with the cat. So, Janita, do you have a month or a category? And I'll scramble a tea leaf for you.
She says you choose.
Okay, August. All right.
August.
So what do you think, Janita? You want to know anything in July, August? August. Okay, here we go. Let's see what August has for Janita. So I got this fancy Tupperware bowl that I put my tea leaves in. So I get something more appropriate, like a wood box or something. So let's see, Janita. It's weird because I feel like the cards have a vibration to their energy, which is how I'm drawn to them. So what I get for you, Janita, is the wall, and I just see misunderstanding. So let me just interpret this, because what I'm feeling immediately with this is some kind of like business arrangement or plan. What I'm feeling to tell you is just to be open and be clear on the communication with you and this other person, and not let a misunderstanding derail whatever project this is. And I kind of just want to leave it at that because that's what I'm feeling need to tell you. So now August comes, you need to tell me if that made sense at all. But that's what I feel with that. And I do feel it's surrounding some kind of like business arrangement, something like that in that category. And I'm losing my voice already. All right.
I was just waiting to see where you were going next.
Oh, there she goes. Make it clear what you want in your photo then. That's right. I don't want to have a misunderstanding with that because that's going to be on my website probably. Do you want to pull one next, Jen?
Okay, so I wasn't going to do this today. I was just hanging on to them, but these are past life cards. And so if anybody wants me to draw one of these, I am still working with them. So again, I think Michael used the word, what was it? Experimentation. But the past life reading and the cards that are pulled should resonate in some way with your present life. Like it should resonate. If it's completely foreign, then I'm not doing it correctly. So that's what I'm trying to say. So if anybody wants to try that, let's see. Who do we have? Okay. Gosh, the comments are just
flying.
Flying. Yeah, I'm trying to. Okay, Jody Buck. She's the first one that I see commented on this. So we're going to do this for Jody. Okay, give me just a second. So it's a series of 3 cards. And then I will look at them. It'll take me a minute. There's the first. It'll take me a minute for the information to come to me. So bear with me. Here's your second. Okay. So the first card that I have here, Jody, is the arts for you. And so this takes me back to, I'm just going to show you all the cards. We have the arts, we have finances, and we have biblical. Okay. So give me just 1 second here. Are you artistic now? I don't know what you're doing now, but I'm going to read these cards, but it is relating to something now. So I have the arts, and I feel like that this is something that you were very, very, very good at, that you excelled at. But it comes with the finances card. And so I feel like these 2 cards, whatever this was, is that you were very artistic. And I got to tell you, I actually, the way that I see it, this has a guitar on it, but I actually see this as art. I see you as an artist, painting, creating, and you used bold colors. There's a lot of bold colors with this. I feel like we come to the finances card, and I feel like you gave away more of your work than you ever charged for it. And that brings me to feeling like that your work was almost healing in a way. You gave a lot of it away, but it caused a lot of financial trouble for you. And I also have biblical, and so this doesn't actually take me to biblical times, it takes me to biblical art. It takes me to art of like oh boy, what do I want to say here? Inspiring art, divine art. It takes me to that. And so that's the reading that I have for you in a past life. What I want to say that I feel like may resonate with you now is I feel like there's something artistic or creative that you're working on, and I do feel like that you may be coming through this same struggle, and it kind of takes me to feeling like maybe you're not entirely sure that your work is worthy of the financial stuff. In a nutshell, I'm going to tell you that I don't think that you're valuing the worth of your work enough. Okay. Don't be afraid to charge for your work, whatever this creative work is that you're doing, because you are good enough, and that feeling comes from these past life cards. So I'm just going to leave that with you, and I hope that makes sense for you.
Anthony Foss, I'm going to pin your comment for August, but Anthony, I got to ask one, to make sure you're still here. So Anthony, if you're here, just let me know real quick. I'm going to pull a card for you, but I also, when I connected with your name, I felt a father energy step forward. So either your father on the other side, or somebody who was like a father for you on the other side. I'm just going to share what I immediately felt with this person, that this person wasn't comfortable with sharing their feelings. And he wants you to know that he's proud of you. That's what he steps forward with. It's like, I never got a chance to tell him I was proud of him. So I don't know if that connects with you in any way, Anthony, but that's what I was feeling when I connected with you. And I'm also going to pull a card too. I don't know, Anthony, I'm also feeling like it's been a roller coaster for you over the last, I'm seeing several months in every which way, but I just feel that that's coming to an end. Like, I feel like things are kind of going to settle down for you. I'm still trying to pull a card for you for August. So here's the card that I got. It's the owl. And it's good advice from a wise person. So I would say just pay attention around the month of August. If you do connect with somebody that's giving you advice, just pay attention. I don't know if you're stubborn like me, but I feel that sometimes I'm giving advice and I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I hear you, but I'm going to do my own thing. I just feel like I needed to tell you to just take the advice that this person is going to give. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, I think that would be my grandpa. He passed away before I had my son, and I never got to tell him about him. Okay. So, Anthony, would your grandfather have passed from something with the lungs? Because that's what I'm being drawn to. I'm seeing the lungs. And I'm seeing like the blackening of the lungs. So to me, I just feel like that may be cancer in the lung or lungs. And I'm pretty open. I'll just share what I'm feeling, but he wants to talk about his use of alcohol, because I feel there was some kind of like substance abuse with alcohol. And I just feel that he wants to step forward and say that, I just feel like he couldn't kick that habit. And he kind of wants to apologize for his behavior. That's what I feel connected to him. And he wants to talk about, so it'd be your dad then, I feel. But he wants to apologize for his behavior. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm going to leave it. He had been on a ventilator and was taken off of it. Okay. So I'm going to leave it at that, Anthony. I hope that makes sense for you. And thanks for tuning in.
So I'm just looking at Jody's comment really quick, and I just want to say to that, Jody, if you were on earlier, we were talking about fear. And being hesitant makes complete sense to me, but it's also just important that you know that it's okay to be hesitant, but like I just keep feeling like don't be. Don't be hesitant. This is something, it's a passion for you. I can see that it's a passion. It's something that you did in past lives. You carry it in my soul. You're going to be in your soul, and you're going to be great. So I'm going to leave that with you on that. Let's see.
All right, let's see who else here.
Jesse, I want to talk about your comment for a minute. I have a big question if you have time. I have a friend recently commit suicide, and I was wondering if there's a way I could help him move on. He's already moved on, Jesse. This is, I think, something we've talked about before, right, Michael? And it's a touchy subject, but suicide, people that take their own lives, their soul still moves on automatically. It's not stuck because of that. So I just want to share that with you. So the answer really is nothing. I mean, he's already moved on.
Where was the comment? Because I want to read it too.
Jesse Marie, I do have a question about it though, and
okay, there.
I'm a little bit hesitant to bring it up because it's going to be touchy, but I'm going to, because what I see when I read that comment, did he by chance hang himself? So let's wait a minute.
He overdosed.
He overdosed. Okay. Then that's not who I'm feeling here. But do know that I don't have a connection with him because this person definitely did not pass that way. But just know, Jesse, that the act of that does not hinder their soul passing on.
No, and whatever lessons they were supposed to learn while they were here, they will continue to go through that. They can't escape what they came here to learn. So they're going to continue to learn, again, the lessons that they set out for before they entered the physical life. But also with that, as they experience, the effect that what their action did, how it affected everybody. It's like that ripple effect. And it's not a punishment. It's just to give their soul an understanding of what their action did. But in no means, this is my opinion, no spirit is stuck. I think that's just this.
It's like a misconception or a myth.
Very much so, yeah. They can come and go as they please. They're not stuck. They choose to be in a space that they're in for whatever reason. And don't you take any guilt or feel any guilt. It's never that decision is on the person themselves, and I'm not a counselor, but I'm just relaying what I feel when spirit comes through with those circumstances. They made that decision, and it's nobody else's fault. So don't try to, place blame on yourself or think that you could have changed it.
Jesse, we had this conversation last week. If you have time and if you're interested, and you can find our video last week, we had this exact conversation, and we had a lot of messages in spirit coming through about just that thing. And so if you have an hour and you want to watch it, I think that some of those messages would be really beneficial to you.
Oh, that's nice. No,
Oh, Michael, there's your camera right there.
I'm spamming myself. Please send me a friend request to get a reading and guide now. Yeah, okay.
Oh my God, people have balls.
That's
Seriously.
a new one. I don't even want to block that because I'm not sure what it'll do.
Yeah, wow.
I'll block myself and won't be able to comment.
Just know that's not from this Michael.
No.
Would they? Oh, they put a.
Send me a friend request.
I was trying to see how they got it so well, but look, they put an apostrophe behind Christopher. That's how they got it so dang close.
Oh, yeah. They're
So
tricky.
Yeah.
All right.
Ridiculous. Okay. You ready for T cards now, Michael?
I am. I was going to go through and.
Okay. Okay. Well, while you're doing that, I'm just going to say I got to throw something out there because since you guys started talking about hair earlier, yes, I've been feeling it and I haven't said anything, but I'm feeling this. And then
my hair's going to grow back. Is that what you're feeling?
I'm saying, like, I'm not going to say that. That's embarrassing, but I'm going to say it. There is a person in spirit here that was a hair puller. Like when they did a kiss, their hands went up under the hair and there was a tug. Like, I'm just throwing that out there. And it was just as a matter of course, it's a male. So and I don't feel like with their significant other, I'm going to put it that way because I can't figure out the exact relationship. So I don't know. I know Michael can't feel it, but I'm just going to leave that there because that is he says that's very identifying. And I'm leaving that there.
Hi, Nicole. Yep, we can see your comments. All right, I am going to scroll back.
Maybe.
Teresa Rose. Hello, Teresa. How are you? I'm going to pull a card for you, Teresa, if you're still here. I'm doing my tea leaves. Teresa's also a medium, fire. She used to be with the fire department. And now she's a full-time medium. So I know quite a few people that are leaving their careers to do the woo-woo work.
Yes. Whoops.
So
I don't know who that's for, but there they go.
Good morning, Deborah Romero. How are you this morning? Oh, and by the way, we talk about this a lot. These are really quick readings. We're not going to get to everybody, but I know I have openings, especially after next week, because this will be my full-time gig. So, book a reading.
Book a reading.
I'm not much of a salesman, people. You know what? I want to pull one for Deb. I think Teresa left. So Deb, I have tea leaves. I'm going to pull you a tea leaf. So Debbie, I can do, there's categories. There's months. I can go to a specific month that you're interested in and pull a card to see what, comes up for that month, or I have categories, career, love, success, happiness, wealth, marriage. So you tell me, Deb, and I will experiment with my tea leaves for you. All right, Deb, I'm going to see what's coming up for you in July. So I'm just going to connect with your energy here and see what's happening. Interesting, before I even pull a card, I just see like a rocket ship, and it's symbolic in the way of just be prepared that July is going to be what I'm feeling is a very big month for you. Like all these seeds that you've planted, it's like they're just, interesting how I changed it up from a rocket to plants. But anyway, you get my point. Things are just going to start taking off for you in July in a big way. But let me just yep. So interesting. I don't even know what the hell that is. Tankard, Tankard. It looks like like a mug to me.
Looks like a sign, yeah.
But anyway, on it says celebration, fun, enjoyment.
So maybe it's a mega pint.
Mega pint. So Deb, celebration in it. I just feel a celebration with your achievements that are coming up. Again, I just feel that July is going to be a pretty like a growth spurt, if you will, for your work. If you haven't had a chance to go over and like Deb's page, she's on TikTok too. TikTok too. There you go. And there I go. I set myself another spam.
Yes, you did. You're all over the place.
Please send me your friend request.
Okay, let's see.
Sue, Tankard is a large beer mug. All right. That's what it looked like. Well, it's one of those days where I just feel it's a guidance day. I don't feel a lot of I don't feel an awful lot of spirit trying to come through with messages today. I just feel it's like guidance.
Let's see. Maria. Okay, Maria J. She says she's new here, so welcome. And a quick reading. So I'm going to pull. Are you open to an experiment with the past life cards, Maria?
While she's waiting to answer, I'm going to answer Aaron's question because
Yeah,
it's a good question. So it doesn't matter whether we're sitting in the same room, on the phone, or over a video call. The energy is exactly the same. I know that confused me at first because I was like, how does this work if you're not sitting in the same room? But there is no difference in the messages or the experience, whether it's, again, on the phone or in the same room or... And I have to say this, I don't know why, but I actually prefer phone calls or video without the video. There's something I don't know. And it makes people more comfortable, I guess, if they're not being looked at or stared at. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being silly.
Okay. Hang on just a second. Okay. You don't have any experience with any cards? That doesn't matter. You know what I'm actually going to do? I'm actually going to go, for some reason, with you. I'm pulled to pull an animal card, the Divine Animals Oracle. So if you don't have a preference, I'm going to go that way because, how's that? Because that's how I'm being prompted. All right, Maria, here we go. And there is. Okay, so these are the ones that I have a hard time seeing the little word on the bottom. So I have to look at my list. Okay, so this is the Tiger card. And with the Tiger card comes will. So hang on just a second. It's making me feel like there's some frustration for you around some kind of an issue, that you're not necessarily sure how to see the way through to the end of it. And sometimes you just don't give a damn about it anymore. Like I feel like it kind of goes back and forth, right? Like you're concerned about it, and then you just don't care because you can't seem to see the resolution, if that makes any sense at all. And so what I feel like I'm being told with this card is will. So there's an old saying, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. And so open up your perspective, okay? Because this shows, actually there's a picture on you and you can't really see it very well. But it's somebody doing something impossible, right? They're like riding on this half tiger beast, like all these funny things are going on in this card. And so what I feel like I want to tell you is to expand your options. There are options, they may not look exactly as you think that they should. At first glance, they might look ridiculous. Look a little bit deeper at the options, okay? Expand your mind on this problem. Use your will, and you're going to find resolution to it.
So I did that because I blocked myself, that other spammer.
Oh
so
my
when
God.
I comment, it comments as you, me, and things
Now,
that work. No, I did that.
Oh, you did that.
Yeah, because when I blocked the send me a friend request BS, I wanted to make sure I didn't block myself. So when I just did that quick test. So apparently I can still comment, because remember, I'm an admin on your page and things. Yeah. So if I comment here, it goes to all three. All right.
Well,
all right. I want to answer a question, and because there's a few people asking if their loved ones are around them, the ones that have passed. The moment that you think of them, they're there with you. Yes. It's just how it works. Your thoughts connect you to those people that are on the other side. So just know that when you think of them, they're there with you. And they want nothing more to communicate. So pay attention to the subtle thoughts that come through your mind when you're connecting or asking them to join you. And just trust.
Rhonda, I saw a comment on here when I was scrolling, but they're going by so fast I don't even know where it is. I don't know if she's on anymore. Rhonda Day.
I'm gonna I can't even talk today. I'm gonna mark this Aaron's comment. So you go with what you're doing first. I wanted to answer this for Aaron.
I just wanted to say, again, Rhonda, I don't know how long that you have been on the live this morning, but earlier we were talking about fear. And so I don't know why we keep going back to this topic, but push your way through. Like I'm hearing for you, you have to push your way through. This is a fear for you, I feel like keeps coming up, right? It feels like everything is okay, and then all of a sudden this comes back. This is fear-based, is what I'm hearing for you, whatever this is. You need to know that it's okay. I also feel like I need to tell you that you are surrounded. You're surrounded by so many loved ones on your maternal side. I see a ton of strength, right? Mom, grandma, like it goes on and on and on. And I want to tell you, call on your ancestors. They all stand behind you, and they're very, very strong. Like I feel like every single one of them went through a lot of struggles. And so when you're feeling this, first of all, know that they're there, and second of all, call on them to help you. And also, if you get a minute, go back to the beginning of the video and watch what we were talking about, fear.
So Aaron, and this is weird, Aaron must be psychic too, because I literally was thinking about this probably like a day or two ago. I was like, I just had this thought. It's like people want book a reading with you and I together. I just had this vision of us doing readings together. So when I saw Erin's question, I was like, "Oh my God!" I was just
Now,
thinking about the other day.
I will tell you, we did it one time. Remember?
Yeah,
We
we
did
did.
a free reading after this, and it
Yeah.
was awesome. Yeah, it was really fun.
So who knows? We may have to do something like that. Well, thank you, Erin.
Thank you.
I don't know how Jen puts up with me. Kind of like I don't know how my
What's
wife puts up with
fun?
me, but
Well, what's fun, I think, when we read together is when we link to the same person in spirit. That just makes it, I mean, because we both pick up different things and hear different things. So those to me are amazing.
yes,
They're fun.
I'm gonna grab the Rebel deck. I can't stand it anymore.
You can't do the tea anymore.
No, I'm gonna do some tea, but I just feel like I need the Rebel cards too.
You want me to ring the bell? Do you need to lift
God.
the energy? Is that what
The
you
bell.
need?
There's the bell.
I got my Rebel deck today too, so let's go that way.
All right.
A minute.
Do you guys want Rebel cards or do you want the serious stuff? Jody, Rebel card. Okay.
Yes, Rebel.
All right, Joanna. Let me just pull one for Joanna. She wants one for happiness. Let me pin your comment, Joanna. Oh my God, these things are moving so quick.
They are so fast.
There we go. All right. So for happiness, let me get this out and I'll connect with you, Joanna. Interesting. And, it doesn't fit with happiness, or maybe it does. Maybe this will lead to the happiness. So I want to know if this resonates. So I pulled the feather tea leaf and I'll try to get that to focus. Okay. So it says someone you know is undependable and insincere. So I don't know if you're dealing with that right now, which is maybe causing the unhappiness. But with this, I just feel the need to tell you, don't be afraid to put up boundaries with people.
Can I say something really quick, Michael?
Sure.
Joanna, for some reason, when I see this, I see a younger female in spirit. I don't know if she's connected to you or not, but as soon as Michael popped your comment up, and then he pulled the feather, and I was like, now you got to say it. So a younger female in spirit is what I feel right now. And if she can connect with you, then I'll go forward. If not, then we'll just keep going the way we're going.
So yeah, just put up boundaries. Don't be afraid to establish boundaries with people. It's hard, but sometimes you got to do it. Crystal, I'm going to pull one for Crystal too real quick for her birthday.
Okay.
Hello, Crystal. Let me unpin Jody's comment. And Jody, I'm glad that makes sense. All right, Crystal, happiness. Let's see here. So, Crystal, while I'm kind of connecting with your energy, I feel the need to tell you that you need to take it easy on yourself as far as the self-criticism. I just feel like you take steps forward and then you criticize yourself. We all do it, but I feel that just keeps knocking you back and knocking you back. So Crystal, let me see what comes up though in the tea leaves.
Just really quick, Joanna, that this small baby that you lost at 12 weeks. I do feel much more connected with that than you said 32, because this is a very young female. So what I want to tell you is that it's a female. I realize that you didn't know, but she is saying that you didn't get the chance to be her mother in the physical life. but she chose you. So you need to, like, it's really important that you know that she chose you. And she knew that that's the way that it was going to go. And she thanks you. She thanks you for the time that she did have with you. Yeah, I don't know why I keep seeing the color yellow with her. I feel like that she may send you signs in the color of yellow. So just know that she's around you. Just know that, and I feel like I'm just going to pass that on to everybody, because I think sometimes that's a question that we have. Yes, babies that were not born into a physical body, they can still come through. So know that she's around. I'm going to leave that with you.
So, Crystal, here's the tea leaf that I pulled for you, the crown. And I'll try to get my finger out of the way so you can kind of see that. So it says, honor and respect will come to you. And I feel that when you cut yourself a break and honor what you've achieved and stop focusing on the negatives, I feel that just, I don't know, I just feel that these feelings will start to fade. I know that's hard. It's part of that self-work. And I think it's a never-ending, task to try to be easy on ourselves. So just honor yourself and try to lighten up on the self-criticism and let the past go. Let the past go. Again, I know, but I feel like the need to tell you to cut some cords, like there's an anchor holding you somewhere, like several, to the past that you just need to work on letting go. Just use that as a lesson. Don't use it as a life sentence that, keeps holding you back. Just take it for what it is. When those thoughts come up, acknowledge them. Don't ignore them, because I think when you ignore them, they're going to keep coming back because they're bubbling up for a reason. But I just feel that when these thoughts, feelings come up, acknowledge them and look at them as a lesson. Look what the positive, what did I learn from this? And then move on from it and cut that cord.
Okay, Joanna, the yellow onesie, thank you. Thank you for validating that. Yeah, just know she knows that you have that. She's just acknowledging that. You're very welcome.
All right.
Okay, so somebody was asking what the rebel cards are. You want to explain, Michael?
So Crystal, that makes sense. Good, I'm glad. So the rebel cards, oh boy. When a card that says brace yourself on it, they're not lying.
They're not.
So if you're offended by strong language, you might want to mute if you can. But these are all about raising the energy and just having fun. And for some reason, I don't know, I gravitate towards these cards. And I usually have a message with them besides just, when they come up with that, and then the reverse is, where the F is your sense of humor. There's a message in that. Isabel.
Oh, that's where I was going too.
You got your rebel deck too?
Yes.
Oh, then you could pull one. I just saw her name. I haven't seen her on here before, so
let's both pull one, because we both need there at the same time.
So Isabel, we're gonna pull. You're gonna get two, one from each of us. Jennifer, have you noticed, like in your readings, I start to really question this sometimes, but I just go with it. I've done a lot of readings recently, and energy work comes up with, like, I'll say 80% of them. I'm like, either they've had an energy session for themselves, or it sparked something to where they need to explore. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I start to feel like a fraud, because it's like, how can everybody
have the same thing?
Yeah, but I'm like, you know what? It's not for me to. And I dropped this card, so I'll see what this is. So this one's for you. Oh God, I don't know what kind of mood you're in today, Isabel. I recently had Reiki. Okay, because I was feeling energy around you, but don't talk to anybody, or don't talk to anyone. Don't look at anyone. I don't know if you're in a mood today, like I was yesterday, like where it's not a good idea to talk to anybody, because I was going to overreact.
So
You
here's
need
the
some fucking time alone, and you know why. So I don't know if that makes sense.
okay. So Isabel, here's the card that I pulled for you. It says, "Stop fucking whining." So on the back it says, "No one wants to listen to that shit. Complaining makes you weak. You have the strength to change your world, so do it."
Yeah, Isabel, that was me yesterday. Oh my God.
That's I was just going to tell you a story about that with me. That wasn't but a few days ago. You guys have been saying for a year I'm going to get a website up, right? And I've been working at it and ripping my hair out. And finally I was just like, I kept saying, I can't. And I had to find that other option and do it another way. And so I just finally did that. I quit whining. I paid somebody else to do it. And I feel amazing. Like it's coming along.
You're welcome, Isabel.
You're welcome. But I whined about the damn thing for a year before I finally just did it. So
Angel, I think you answered your own question. I'd love to know if I'm supposed to make my own herbal medicine. I'm so drawn to it. Don't question it. If you're pulled to it, there's a reason why you're pulled to it. You don't. I know you need validation, but let me just. I'm feeling a strong yes. I mean, I know that's probably obvious, but again, an intuitive psychic reading to me is just validating what you already know. You need somebody else to maybe confirm what you're thinking, but I just feel positive. So I would say yes.
Okay, Greg Sullivan, I'm headed your direction with the Rebel card. I don't know, when I see your name, when I see your energy, I feel like, did you just have a confrontation lately? Or are you going into a confrontation? I don't know what's going on with that. But I feel that just. Okay, and here's the card. Here's a card. Interesting, just because of what I just said, but it says, stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person. Just stop. And the back says, spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. The card's kind of pretty self-explanatory, but the confrontation part that I felt earlier, I was just curious about that, because if you want to validate that or not for me, that would be awesome. And we'll just keep going forward.
You're welcome, Angel. Angel, I don't know if you're considering a partner, but I see partnership with this also. I don't know. I just feel whoever this person is, it's a good match. Like you two work really well together.
Morning, Camajo.
Yeah, Isabel, they're on Amazon, like everything else.
Right?
Hi, Megan. How are you? Hey, Lexi. How are you?
Oh, it's totally okay if you don't really understand that, Greg. That's just something that I felt when I read your name.
All right. I was dabbling with the tea leaves, but then I was like, nope. Getting the rebels out. Cheyenne, I'll do a rebel card for you. Yeah, Angel, just be open to it. I just feel that someone, I feel this is somebody already close to you. I don't know if this is family, but I just feel somebody that's like really close to you that, I don't know, I just see this partnership. I just feel like there's this energy, and you'll know when you feel it. So just be open to it, I guess. So Cheyenne, let's see what we got here. Oh,
I see you on there, Nancy.
So Cheyenne, I got the love card. Get some, give some. It will cheer your ass up. Your turn, Jen. I see
Okay.
you spacing out over there.
I'm being drawn back to my past life cards for some reason. I'm just staring at them. Okay, so just a sec.
Annette, I'll just tell you really quick to trust your intuition and trust your gut feeling. If you're already feeling that, then you don't need a second opinion. You already feel it. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. It's all about trusting. We all have this internal guidance. So if you're feeling it, trust it.
Okay. I'm going to just pull these rebel cards because they're the one in my hand. But the next time, if we have a minute, I'm going to go back to past life cards. So let's see who we have. All right, Nancy, I'm going to pull a rebel card for you. I see you up there. Everybody just needs to know how fast the comments scroll by, right?
No.
And so if we don't recognize you or we don't catch it, that's why we're not leaving anybody out like intentionally. They just really scroll by. Here's a card for you. You think someone is lying to you, and the back says they are. So Michael was just talking about trusting your intuition on situations. So do just that. Like, trust your intuition. If you're questioning something, really, really dig deep and just trust what you feel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Your gut never lies. It never lies.
Right?
Intuition never lies. Hey, Tammy. Ta-ta till next time.
See you later, Tammy.
Why do I feel like I need to have a teacup in my hand going, ta-ta? Have the finger out. All right, I'm going to pick somebody that we haven't read for or given advice to yet today. I want to make sure that everybody's we're spreading it around. Lexi, I know you're on here, and this is like a repeat message, but get back to doing your spiritual work. Your guides are like, what the hell are you waiting for? You're going through I feel the trust roller coaster, like all of us. But
right.
I just feel the need to tell you that again, Lexi. Every time you jump on here, it's like I get drawn to you to just like kick you in your butt and like get moving.
Joanna says Pinky's out. She's originally from London, England.
Pinky's out.
That's right.
And Lexi, I'll follow it up with the card I just pulled. Again, it's with that self-talk. So there you go. Don't believe every shitty thought you have. Thoughts can be as sneaky, lying bastards. There you
go. Yeah, she says. Okay. Greg, are you still on here? I'm going to go back to Greg because nothing that I said resonated with him, but I'm really drawn to him for some reason. He was like, no, I don't get that. So I'm going to try a different deck of cards if he's still on here. Because I keep going back and I'm not sure what that's about. So
there he is.
Still on here? Okay. So I have this Divine Animals Oracle. So give me just a second. I don't know why I keep going your way. If this one doesn't resonate with you or something, then maybe I'm just not the reader for you. I don't know. It happens.
It does.
Okay, 1 second here.
I feel a huge sneeze coming on.
Oh, I hate that.
Whew.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay. These are the cards that I have to look at the word. Because
I just look at pictures because I can't read.
oh my gosh, it's terrible. Because I'm so blind. I'm telling you, okay, this is the Wolverine card, which brings me back to fierceness, which brings me back to confrontation. So I don't know why I'm feeling that so much with you, but I am. Give me just a second to feel into this. When I look at this card, I feel like it's in support of. I don't necessarily feel like the fierceness or the confrontation maybe is necessarily even between you and somebody directly, but in support of. And I know earlier you said that confrontation just is not making any sense to you. But I'm pulling it again, I'm feeling it again. And so I'm going to leave that with you. Perhaps this is something that happened a while ago. Perhaps this is something that may happen. But I'm also feeling like that to tell you that there's a time. I almost feel like that this confrontation needed or needs to take place. And again, it's on behalf of somebody else. And I also feel like I need to tell you that that you are supported in that, and that you. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there because I know that that didn't make sense to you before, but that's what's coming in again.
Yep, and it could be future. So I mean,
Yeah.
I know I can't tell. Interesting. When Jessica, I saw your name pop up, Jessica, in this card. I just was shuffling, and this was like screaming your name. So you're giving away your power. And it just says you're a badass. Act like it. So Jessica Taylor, that was for you.
I don't know, Greg. I just keep going back to that with you. So if that's something that happens, just know that you are that there is a time, and that it's okay, and that you're supported when that time comes. Maybe someone's going to come to you and ask you for that help or that support. I just don't know why. I just keep going back to it with you. So
well, looks like we have to wrap it up. I got to get ready for
we're about
work.
there.
So you want me to pull a final card for everybody? And then we'll call it good. So again, these are just quick messages from the other side, just a postcard and just quick guidance. We only have so much time during live, and we just jump around and this and that. But if you want a reading, you can definitely book with either one of us, and then you have us all to yourself, which could be a good or bad thing. So,
and maybe when we get our shit together, we'll offer a session with both of us.
Maybe. That would be interesting.
That would be.
All right. So this card, I'm just going to pull one for everybody. And this is what, okay. Interesting. So this is what pops up for everybody. You need a big ducking hug. See, I'm editing. I'm doing Facebook language now. Duck. Squeeze. So go out and give somebody a hug. I was almost going to say go give a stranger a hug, but some people might punch you for that. I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to go back to Greg really, really quick. I know we got to wrap it up, but he's just saying he adopted his sister's daughter after she passed and wondering what she thinks about it. So this kind of maybe takes me back. First of all, know that she's extremely, she's very happy with that situation. I don't know if this is a situation that had a little bit of confrontation or something around it as well. But know that where your sister is concerned, that she's happy with that situation. This wasn't very long ago. I feel like this wasn't too long ago either. So to answer your question, she's happy with that situation.
And I got to jump in because now we're connected in that energy because I feel like her saying it's like, get out of your head. You keep thinking like, what would she do? Would she be okay with this decision? It's like, stop that.
There's the, okay. And thank you. I hear thank you. Is this, something that was discussed even as a joke or something previously that was just kind of like you were the dad of the kids? You know what I'm saying? Like you were the close uncle. I don't know what that is that I'm feeling. February 2021. Okay. Okay, well, I'm just going to leave that there because I know we got to get off. I don't see the comments, but the answer to that is that yes, she's very pleased about that, and I do hear a thank you from her. So,
all right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in this morning. We'll be back next week after I leave my job. Wow.
You got this.
I'm going to be drinking a lot this weekend. I'm going to be decompressing, going, what the hell did you just do?
What just happened in my life?
Why do I have Adam Sandler in my head going, what the hell are you doing? Anyway, all right. Well, thank you again, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Have a great week.
See ya.